know you new, you're fairly new, you're new, you're fairly new. All right. NCAB, right? We're outside right now, so we're not going to past NCAB, air brakes. Now we're outside, right? Front of the vehicle, you have lenses, fluid level, fluid and air leaks, and steering system, right? So starting off with the front of the vehicle, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 marker lights. They're amber in color, probably mounted secured. They're not broken, cracked, or damaged. I have my headlight assemblies, which consist of my low beams and my high beams on the left, high beam, low beam on the right. The glass is clean and clear. It is properly mounted and secured. It's not broken, cracked, or damaged. Since we had fog lights, we want to mention it. Fog lights are present. They're properly mounted and secured. The glass is clean and clear. It's not broken, cracked, or damaged. Now, when we talk about the fluid and air leaks, all right, notice it says front of vehicle and engine area. The fluid and air leaks is in the engine area. So because you're standing out here and you say, all right, I don't see no leaks or leans, you're not getting credit for that. You have to make sure you do it when you have the engine hood open. No leaks where you can actually see the motor and your transmission. There's no leaks inside that area, inside the engine area.
So there's no purpose of saying...
Correct?
Yes.
We covered all our lenses. Fiberglass. All right. Driver side of the vehicle. We want to talk about our COPs. What are COPs? Our coolant, oil, dipstick oil cap, and power steering fluid. What am I saying about my coolant? My coolant reservoir is filled to the proper level. It's between the minimum and maximum. The caps are hand tight. The electrical lines leading to the the coolant tank has no RTF. The hoses leading to and from the coolant tank reservoir has no ABCDLs, and there are no leaks. All right. My oil cap is hand tightened. The filler neck is not broken, cracked, or damaged. I don't see any leaks from it. If I need to check my oil level, I'll remove the dipstick with the engine not running, wipe it off, put it back in, pull it back out, and make sure it's filled between the minimum and maximum level. Power steering reservoir. All the bolts are present. It's properly mounted and secured. It's not broken, cracked, or damaged. It is filled between the minimum and maximum. Both caps are hand tightened. Hoses leading to and from have no ABCDLs. My air lines. I don't hear any audible air leaks inside the engine area, underneath the engine or the trans. I don't see any leaks or puddles on the ground. They're all properly mounted and secured. Nothing is broken, cracked, damaged, and there are no leaks. That covers my fluid and air leaks. My steering system. I have my steering rod. It's properly mounted and secured. It's not broken, cracked, or damaged. There are no legal wells. Universal joints. You can add that in there if you like. They're properly greased. All right. Steering box. Hoses leading to and from have no ABCDLs. The steering box is PMS, properly mounted and secured. It's not broken, cracked, or damaged, and it isn't leaking. Steering components. I have my Pitman arm, my drag link. They're both held on by castle nuts and cotter pins at the front and the rear. They're properly mounted and secured. They're not broken, cracked, or damaged, and nothing is missing. There are no illegal wells. Now we move to our steering axle. All right, tires, inside, outside sidewalls have no ABCDLs. No abrasions, bubbles, cuts, cracks, damage, or leaks. Tires must be worn evenly They must match on both passenger and driver side. Tread depth, it's a minimum, should be no less than 4/32 inches of tread, and I would check that with the depth gauge. My tire is properly mounted secured to the rim. The rim has no cracks, no illegal welds. My lug nuts and studs are all present and all accounted for. There are no shiny metal or rust trails indicating any looseness, and the holes for the studs are not out of round. Suspension. We're going to go to our spring mount, front and back. They're both properly mounted secure. All the nuts and bolts are present. There are no cracks, no illegal welds. My leaf spring is properly mounted secured. It's not broken, cracked, or damaged, and they're not scissored. This vehicle doesn't have an airbag on the front suspension, but it does have a shock absorber. The shock absorber, top and bottom rubber bushing are present, as well as the nuts and bolts. It is properly mounted secure. It's not broken, cracked, or damaged, and this holds hydraulic fluid, so it's not leaking. We're going to move on to our braking system. We have our brake hose and brake line. There's two separate things. The brake hose, which holds the air. Our brake line, which is the ABS line, has no RTFs. It's an electrical item. So we're going to say it has no RTF. It's not damaged, ripped, torn, or frayed. The air line has no ABCDLs. Moving on to the inside of the rim. Looking at this has a rotor and pads. It's not broken, cracked, or damaged. There are no contaminants, no grease or oil on the drums and pads. Now I can shut my hood. So, side of the vehicle. All right, we have lenses and reflectors. Vehicle, it says nothing about the trailer, right? But when it comes to the lenses, since we're on the side of it, we're going to talk about the lenses on there, but we're not talking about the reflector on the trailer. This is the reflector we're talking about. All right, so we have our amber reflector. It's properly mounted secure. It's not broken, cracked, or damaged. We have the reflector here. As far as the lenses, amber lenses go, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 amber lenses. They are properly mounted secure. They're not broken, cracked, or damaged. I have 1 red lens here, which is also properly mounted secure. It's not broken, cracked, or damaged. And if this trailer was equipped with ABS, that's why we have that yellow marker there. ABS light would either be here or here. Properly mounted secure, not broken, cracked, or damaged, or missing, and properly working. Monitoring devices, side of the vehicle. Traffic monitoring devices and brackets. All the bolts are present. They're properly mounted secure, not broken, cracked, or damaged. Our glass is clean and clear. It is also not broken, cracked, or damaged. And as I stated on my end cap, it is adjusted to me. On battery, the battery housing itself is properly mounted secure. It's not broken, cracked, or damaged. If I need to check my battery, I will remove the cap. I would check that there are no corrosion, and my electrical cables are no RTFs underneath my tank. Battery is not leaking. Fuel tank and DEF. I have my DEF tank and my fuel tank. Both of them have caps, which are hand tightened. They're not broken, cracked, or damaged, or missing. My electrical line and hoses leading to and from the DEF tank and fuel tank. The electrical lines have no RTF. The hoses have no ABCDL. Underneath the DEF tank and fuel tank, there are no leaks. Okay? Frame. Y'all look at y'all checklist. It's frame with the S on the end. Frames plural. So we're talking about the tractor and the trailer frame. All right. So for my tractor frame, I have no drill holes, no illegal welds. My electrical lines and hoses are not hanging on the catwalk or down on the ground. All right. Frame has no holes, no illegal welds. If y'all want to, y'all can jump to the back, cover the trailer frame, and then come back up here. That way you knock it out or finish up here and then move back. There's no specific order as long as you cover exactly what you need to cover. All right, so since I'm up here, I'm going to finish up here and then I'll move on to the trailer frame. All right, so my electrical lines, I have blue service, red emergency, green electrical. My glad hands are equipped with rubber bushings on the inside. I don't hear any audible ear leaks from them, and the bushings have no ABCDLs. My connector box for my electric cable is properly mounted secured on the front side of the trailer as well as the back side of the tractor. All my electrical lines and hoses leading to and from the tractor to the trailer or from the trailer to the tractor have no ABCDLs and they are not leaking. Move on to my coupling system. There are 9 parts to the coupling system, all right? I have my 5th wheel skid plate, which is probably grease and lube. There are no gaps between the apron and the skid plate. 5th wheel sits on the platform, which is properly mounted secured to the frame of the truck with the mounting bolts. I have 4 locking pins, 1, 2 on the other side, which are properly mounted secured. They're not broken, cracked, or damaged, and they're in their lock position. My release handle is properly mounted secured. It's not broken, cracked, or damaged, and it is in the lock position. I have my locker jaws properly mounted secured, locked around the kingpin shank. As I stated, all 9 parts are properly mounted secured. None of them are broken, cracked, or damaged, or missing.
I got a question. This right here.
The clearance and reflective tape. I'm right here before the landing gear. I'm gonna cover my reflective tape. I have my DOT reflective tape, red and white in color. It should cover at least 50% down the side of the trailer, no less than 2 feet apart. It's not reflectors, you gotta cover red and white DOT reflective tape in order to get that.
And they're not RTF, right?
Yep.
And they have no RTFs. Now I'm covering the clearance. I've heard people say, from the back of my tractor to my landing gear. No. From the back of my tractor to my landing gear should have no less than 3 feet of clearance. My landing gear is fully raised. My crank handle is stowed away in the lock position. The landing gear, all the nuts and bolts are present, none are missing, and there should be the landing gear pad are free of debris. There are no legal welds or repairs on the landing gear. Jump to the rear of the trailer, but before I get there, I'm gonna do my trailer frame. So all my cross members are present. All the bolts are present. None of them are broken, cracked, or damaged, or missing. There are no legal welds. Move on to my sliding tandem frame. Sliding tandem frame has 4 locking pins. I have 1 here, another 1 here, and 2 on the other side in the same position. Are properly mounted secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged, or missing. And my sliding tandem release handle is in the lock position. Rear of the vehicle, rear of the truck. I've heard people say 2 reflectors up top. There's actually 4 of them. You got 1 this way, 1 that way, that make 2. 1 this way, 1 that way. So it's a total of 4 white in color reflectors, DOT reflective tape. There are no RTF. Now I'm gonna cover my lenses at the rear of the trailer. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red in color lenses back here. They're properly mounted secured. They're not broken, cracked, or damaged, or missing. You want to get more in depth? This is my left turning signal, my right turning signal, my 4-way flashers, my brake lights, and all of them together can be as running lights or marker lights. I should have 100% DOT reflector tape at the rear of my door and along my ICC bar, which is also properly mounted, secure, not broken, cracked, or damaged, and free of any illegal welds. Anything I did on this side of the truck and trailer, I would do on this side of the truck and trailer, and that would complete my exterior pre-trip.